Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here today. We will go ahead and start our media availability with Richard Childress. Richard, thank you for being here with us today. I know you have a few things you want to say, so I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
Okay, yeah, thank you. First off, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank all the media and the ones that aren't even here today for all of your support through this, unbelievable challenge that we're all facing, losing Kyle Busch at such a young age and so unexpected to all of us. But I just want to look around the room and thank so many of you that's been friends and supported the Busch family, Brexton, Lennox, Samantha, the whole Busch family, and for RCR, for supporting us in these challenging times. So, second, the hardest part of this is today we were going to be in here. Kyle was going to be with me, and we were going to announce that he was coming back in 27 and drive for RCR. And we wanted to do up here at Michigan with our GM friends with Chevrolet, and it didn't happen. This is a different type of media availability. Instead of a press conference, that he was coming back and race for us in 27. I talked to Kyle Tuesday night before everything went down Wednesday night and Thursday, and we had a great conversation talking about how he said, you give me cars like you gave me the last 3 weeks. He said, I will make the chase this year. I mean, we were that confident. Both of us had a lot of confidence in us. We haven't had the year that any of us expected or wanted. We started out like gangbusters, and it just didn't go. We've had a lot of opportunities, and we just didn't finish them off. And but that's a tough part about today. Even walking in here, I was thinking, what if he and I were walking in together? Instead, I'm in here talking and thanking the media for y'all's support. And with that said, I'll take a few questions if we've got any, and I'll do my best to answer.
If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. We'll start with Dustin and go to Jeff.
Dustin Long, USA Sports. A couple things is, how are you doing? How hard does this hit? And is this almost, in a sense, like 2001 all over again? Just how are you doing?
Thank you, Dustin. It's challenging. This has been both of them, you lose two of the greatest drivers that's ever driven a car in NASCAR, and have to go through it again. I just feel so bad for the family and the employees and everybody. But it's I hadn't slept very good lately. I'll leave it at that. But thank you, Dustin.
And obviously, as you stated, you plan to come in here to announce an extension with Kyle. How does an organization have to shift, and how do you turn a mindset while you're in mourning of looking at the future and what the future for that 33/8 car is going to be?
Yes, we made the decision. Actually, Mike Verlander, our president, and I were talking about it. We made the decision to not run the 8 car. Kyle helped us design. When we told him we had the 8 number, he was happy going back, a few years to get back. And he said, let's design it different. And this was Kyle's design. We showed him a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, this was his design. So we decided to take it off. In 2001, we didn't have a number. We got to 33 now, so we just figured we'd put it on it. And back then, I just told Bobby Hutchins to call NASCAR and get the lowest number available, and it happened to be number 29 when we put Harvick in it. And we talked about it, and we decided that Austin Hill was who we needed to put in it at this time.
How long will you be? Is that for the rest of the season, or is that race to race?
Yeah, it's right now we're looking at the rest of the season, and our sponsors have been great to work with, to work through this, just like we had with Dale the sponsors worked really good with us with that loss. And so putting Austin Hill in it was a choice that we made.
So you made it. Oh, you made it. It's set now.
Sir?
It's set now.
Yeah, I mean, for right now, Austin is going to drive, as far as we're concerned, the rest of the year. We don't want to put a burden back on everybody trying to go from one driver to the other one.
Jeff.
Richard, first of all, I'm sorry for your loss. It's been said that you and Kyle were very similar personality-wise, and he obviously knew that you believed in him and spoke several times about your belief in him, and that meant something to him personally. What did you see of yourself in Kyle, and what kind of bond did you feel like you shared with him?
Kyle Busch was a totally different person. When he's away, he wanted to win. He was driven by winning, hard work, everything that he could do to put in it. Yeah, we both have. They say we're a little alike, and somebody said, well, the only difference in them, one's got an accent and the other one doesn't. So, we built a friendship out of this. We went hunting. I carried him probably on, I thought, maybe one of his very first hunts, and he really got into hunting. He started taking Brexton, and we had other plans. The sad part for me, looking back, knowing what Dale Earnhardt had in mind and the plans he had for him and his future, and sitting and talking to Kyle at different times, knowing his plans and what he had in the future for him and Brexton, his family, and the many things that we all did together. That was probably the toughest part of this whole thing.
Do we have any additional questions for Richard? We'll go back to Dustin and then back to Jeff.
Richard, obviously, Austin Dillon has played a bigger and bigger role with the organization, and I know he spoke to us last week, said he was one of the ones who spoke to the entire group at RCR. How is his role growing, and what have you seen in terms of, in such an awful situation of his further leadership and confidence of him maybe someday running your organization?
Yes, he and Ty Dillon both went up the next day and talked to the whole company the next morning, and I see a role with them being involved, both of them. Austin, I've got him, he's the general manager over the Carolina Cowboys, and he's learning how to deal with a sanctioning body. He's learning how to deal with riders instead of drivers, which would be different. He's learning it, and Ty's involved a lot as well. He's there with us. So it's a family operation, and we're doing our best to keep it like that.
We'll go to Jeff.
Obviously, like you're going through something terrible when this is all happening yourself personally, and you're feeling all this. But then you also have to lead your company and try to get everybody. I'm sure who's just feeling a loss yourself. So how do you get up there yourself, and how do you push your company forward and lead your company forward and keep driving everybody despite what's happened here?
It's tough on them too. I mean, the people that work for Kyle and the engine shop. I mean, he made a lot of friends at RCR through his time, and my job as the owner is to try to talk to as much as I can the employees. But Mike Verlander he's our president, and he's put together so many things, and he's spoke with them a lot. So between Austin, Ty, and Mike Dillon as well, they've made it a lot easier on me than it even was in 2000. Never easy. Let me take that back. They just gave me a little bit of time to get my head right.
We'll go to Lee.
Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio and CatchFence.com. RC, what do you think that Kyle's long-term legacy is going to be in the sport? I mean, how did he help RCR in the short period of time he was there, and what do you think his contributions to NASCAR overall will be?
Kyle will go down in history as one of the greatest race drivers that's ever been. He's definitely he'll be in the Hall of Fame. I'd love to see him put him in it right away. He helped RCR when we needed it. He came right in, and we won 3 races the first part of the year. Got a little off, and we had a lot of opportunities to win other races, and we just didn't finish and capitalize on them. But I think his legacy is going to be that he was a man that, you know, a lot of people thought he was tough to deal with and that we wouldn't last long, but he is a man that loves this sport. He loved it so much he wanted to see his family carry on and to watch what he had going on with Brexton. And I would go to the race over at Millbridge and watch them race together and just see the enjoyment in Kyle's eye watching his son race. Was just unbelievable. His legacy will be in history. He'll go down as one of the greatest drivers of all times. He's won over 200 races, and just all of us are going to miss him. You guys and ladies are going to miss having him in here after a win.
We'll go to Zach.
Zach Halbert, NASCAR.com. Richard, I wanted to ask about the car number a little bit more, and what were the discussions like about changing it and preserving it for Brexton in the future as well, and why was that important to you?
Well, Kyle designed that style 8 car, and it's not to ever put any pressure on him to run the 8, but it's there for him. That's stylized. We have it. We have the stylized number, registered or patent or however they do it, and we save it for Brexton if he ever comes and says, "Hey, I'm going to go drive for Rick Hendricks. I want to use that 8." That's what I was saying. We're saving it, that stylized 8, for him for his future if he wants to run it.
And we'll take one final question from Jeff.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a little bit about Brexton. He's obviously going through an incredibly tough time, and I know that you obviously knew Kyle's plans for him. What can RCR do, or what can the racing community do in general to make sure that Brexton's going to be put in the best position possible for his future going forward?
I think, again, just showing him the respect that and try not to put more pressure on him, just like Dale Jr., not put more pressure on him. And I think that he's got a great future. That kid can drive a race car. And personal and mentally, watching him this Tuesday, was incredible. And he's just a bright young man and a great little race driver. He'll carry the Busch legacy many years to come.
Richard, thank you for coming in today.
Yep. Well, thank you. And again, thank all the press for all your support. And I know we're all miss him as much as it can be said, and I'll leave it at that. So thank you all.